Today on ESPN, we welcome you inside the Stroh Center, where it's all about the Battle of I-75. Bowling Green taking on Toledo. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Alongside Bowling Green student Adam Gaw, I'm Brad Woznicki. Bowling Green comes in leading the all-time series 42-33, but as of late, the Rockets have had the advantage, winning the last 4 meetings, and this is about more than just a rivalry game today. As Toledo head coach Tricia Cullett pointed out earlier in the week, the Rockets have areas they need to improve on. The same goes for Bowling Green.
Well, Bowling Green and Toledo are coming off of subpar shooting performances in their previous games, which led to defeat on Wednesday. Bowling Green got doubled up 82-41 at Ball State, and Toledo only shot 31% from the floor in a home loss to Kent State. So what a better way to get your season back on track than against our arch rival here today. And
now one area that has remained consistent for this Toledo team throughout the season is the play of Makayla Boyd. Last year's Mid-American Conference Tournament MVP is very good off the dribble, great in transition, and she's coming off 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists against Kent State.
Well, she's been averaging better than 11 points per game so far this season. She's also been Toledo's leader in assists and steals. And so for Toledo, if they want to continue to contend for a MAC championship, they'll need her efforts to get her there, And
Makayla Boyd has been referred to as the heart and soul of this Rockets basketball team. Now on the other side for the Bowling Green Falcons, since the start of the season, it's been clear Carly Santoro is the leader for this team. 10 double-doubles on the year. They're going to need a big performance from her today.
Well, she's been their leader in scoring, and she's also been their leader in steals so far. So if Bowling Green, if they want to get their season back on track again, then they'll need her efforts to get them pointed back in the right direction.
One of the things that Carly Santoro does very well is attack the basket. She leads the Bowling Green Falcons in free throws made and attempted this season. Looking for a big performance from the junior today. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off. Get excited. It's the Battle of I-75 on ESPN. Welcome back to the Stroh Center as Bowling Green prepares to take on the Toledo Rockets. Brad Woznicki and Adam Gaw here with you. Let's get to tonight's starting lineups. We will begin with the Toledo Rockets. Mariela Santucci will get her first start since December 6th against Duquesne. Then you have Makayla Boyd, Jan Bravo Harriet, Sarah St. Fort, and Kayla Mcintyre. Toledo coming in at 13-7, 4-4 in Mid-American Conference play. And there are the starters today for the Bowling Green Falcons. Sydney Lambert, Carly Santoro, Andrea Cecil, the sophomore from Oak Harbor High School. Then you have Haley Puck, one of 2 seniors for this Bowling Green team. And Claire Gloniak, the redshirt freshman. Bowling Green right now at 10-9 overall. 2-6 in Mid-American Conference play. The Falcons have dropped their last 2 MAC games. Let's look at the Mid-American Conference standings. Right now, Buffalo and Central Michigan, the top 2 teams in their respective divisions. Buffalo at 6-1, 15-3 overall. Central Michigan still perfect in MAC play at 7-0. See Bowling Green towards the bottom of the Mid-American Conference East, like Toledo. Really on that MAC West side, it's a logjam. A win here for Toledo bring the Rockets towards the top of the West.
Well, Bowling Green is coming off a bad shooting performance against Ball State, where they shot only 20% from the field. And they were outscored 20-9 in the first quarter, and only 3 field goals in the entire first quarter. So for Bowling Green, they're going to need to get off to a better start today to have a chance of winning this one.
And the 2 wins for Bowling Green in Mid-American Conference play coming against Kent State and Akron. That matchup against Kent State for both of these teams, a different story. The Rockets, as we talked about, losing to Kent State just prior to this one. 62-55 was the final. Jordan Karinik dominated in the matchup against Toledo. 30 points and 11 rebounds. Bowling Green was able to limit Karinik to single digits for the first time all season when Karinik finished with just 7. as the Rockets win the tip-off. Jan Bravo Harriet, three-pointer, yes! Good sign for the Rockets. Toledo was 5 of 23 from long distance last time out.
And they shot only 19 of 60 from the floor in that game. So off to a good start for the Rockets.
One and done for the Falcons at the offensive end. Toledo looking to push. Bowling Green did a good job there of getting back. The last meeting between these two teams, the Rockets came out on top 74-59. That was back on February 11th of 2017. The long rebound tracked down by Boyd, and the Rockets can reset. Makayla Boyd led the way in that last meeting with 18 points and 11 rebounds. Janice Montacana added 17, and Bravo Harriet had 10. For Bowling Green, Abby Siefker led the way with 12. Ashley Tunstall and Haley Puck each had 11. And on the loose ball, picked up by Santucci. Jumper is good, 5-0 Rockets. Santoro looking for help. This is a Toledo team that is very good defensively, only allowing 64 points a game. That's number 4 in the MAC. And on the outlet, a collision. The foul will go against Bowling Green. A look at Bowling Green head coach Jennifer Roost in her 6th year as the head coach of the program. Her 17th season as a coach in the program. Spent 11 seasons as an assistant. A record of 91 and 87 coming in.
And her players also have had tremendous success in the classroom as well as on the floor, being named to the WBCA's academic top 25 team honor roll 8 times in the last 10 seasons.
And off the second chance for the Rockets, it's a Bowling Green foul. And there is Toledo head coach Tricia Cullip, now in her 10th year as the head coach of the program, a record of 215 and 103. Coached the Rockets to the Mid-American Conference Tournament Championship last season.
Well, Toledo suffered 5 straight losing seasons before she came on to the University of Toledo campus, and obviously she's done a fantastic job of turning this program around.
And Makayla Boyd, 2 for 2. 2 minutes gone by, Bowling Green still looking for their first points. Falcons last in the MAC in scoring at just over 63 points a game. Bowling Green will definitely need to have their outside shooting going today. Falcons still working on the experience in the low post position. Sydney Lambert. Well defended by Santucci. Shot clock winding down. Here's Gloniak in the paint, working against McIntyre. Rockets get another stop. From the elbow. No good for Boyd. A little quick on that possession for the Rockets. Carly Santoro looking for a driving lane. Now it's Cecil baseline. Good look to Haley Puck, wide open. Got it.
Exactly what the Falcons needed.
Haley Puck coming in, shooting 36% from long range. That was her 33rd three of the season. And Santucci called for steps. Mariella Santucci getting the start today in place of Sarah Rokinen. Santucci did start the first 8 games of the season before the change was made.
The 5'6" sophomore guard from Italy.
And a Rockets foul will be their first of the game. Andrea Cecil will inbound. Bowling Green was dominated by Mariah Monaco in that last game. Monaco went off for 23 points and 10 rebounds. She was one of 3 players in double figures. And Kennedy Williams and Madison Parker were the 2 leading scorers for the Falcons. That says really all you need to know about that last time out for Bowling Green. Williams and Parker, 2 freshman guards looking to gain experience. The effort simply was not there for Bowling Green early on.
And Bowling Green starters were held to 14 points.
Jan Bravo Harriet, her second 3, back to a 7-point advantage. Bravo Harriet has been tough to stop for Bowling Green, averaging better than 14 points a game in her career against the Falcons. Now she gets the steal and lays it home and one at the other end. And Jane Euchre will check in for the Falcons. Makayla Rasmussen along with Sarah Rokinen into the game for the Rockets.
As we get our
Jan Bravo Harriet averaging better than 11 points a game. She's got 9 so far after that free throw. Rockets by double digits. Haley Puck, the drive and the finish. Haley Puck had a career-high 26 points against Robert Morris earlier this season. She's been in double figures 6 times.
And Puck has now tallied all 5 of Bowling Green's points early on.
Inside, and Jane Euchre called for the foul as Sarah St. Fort was trying to post up. Approaching the halfway point of this first quarter. Bravo Harriet, little space. One more time, she is feeling it.
And she's already at double digits.
Bravo Harriet has dealt with foul trouble over the last few games. Right now, Bowling Green has no answer. And an offensive foul. Haley Puck called for the push-off. 4:48 remaining in the first quarter, and so far, it's all Rockets. Santucci, the pull-up jumper. And Jan Bravo Harriet, the steal and the finish. She's leading the way. Toledo 16, Bowling Green 5. 4:48 remaining in the first quarter. The Rockets getting it done at both ends of the floor. One area we know Bowling Green has to have the advantage today if they're going to have success is on the glass. You see the Falcons' top rebounder, Carly Santoro, right now number 2 in the Mid-American Conference in rebounding behind Raina Frost of Central Michigan.
And we talked about in the pregame how Toledo needed to shoot well in order to get back on track. And right there, they've been doing that very well so far. Excellently.
After that make, the Rockets are now 6 of 9 from the field. Cannot ask for a better start on the road. Angela Perry now on the floor for Bowling Green. Haley Puck looking for space.
Wide open.
Sydney Lambert, yes. Sydney Lambert has started all 79 games of her career. Comes in averaging better than 9 points a game. As the Falcons get the stop, trying to get it back to a single-digit deficit on this possession. Lambert again. Yes, sir. Sydney Lambert now with 38 threes on the season. She leads the team in that category. And again, Rockets, a quick possession. Wild pass, and Santoro unable to save it. She had a foot out of bounds. Katerion Thompson, the sophomore from Lima Senior, making her first appearance. And Olivia Cunningham now on the floor for the Rockets. Cunningham has missed the last couple of games because of a right knee injury. She's very capable of leading this Rockets team in scoring. Rokkanen, open look, off the iron, and Lambert has the board. Another three, off the iron, and Euchre trying to corral the rebound is fouled. Falcons ball out on the baseline with 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. And trying to go inside, it's knocked out of bounds. Bowling Green currently 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. The Rockets 3 of 6.
Bravo Harriet with all 3 of Toledo's three-pointers.
Still plenty of time in the shot clock. Thompson against Cunningham. The jumper well short. And last touched by the Rockets. The Rocket faithful does not agree. And Jan Bravo Harriet will return for Toledo. One more look at that last touch out of bounds. Santucci and Euchre were battling. And Bowling Green with the turnover. With how aggressive Toledo is being defensively, you're seeing the Falcons at the offensive end really bunched up. Not a lot of space out there on the floor. As Haley Puck checks in for Carly Santoro. Santucci. Bravo Harriet, a little space. Cannot give her any space. 15 points. She is 4 of 5 from downtown.
With 15 points already in this first quarter.
Perry off glass and good. Angela Perry, just a freshman. She was the 14th ranked center in the country in the class of 2017, according to ESPN.com.
Coming out of Rochester High School in the Chicago area.
Cunningham, three. Off glass and good. I don't know if she called it, but the Rockets will take it. Their fifth three so far. Back to a double-digit lead. Thompson. The Rockets know Thompson can shoot it from long range, forcing her to put it on the floor right now. Shot clock winding down. Lambert just inside the arc, in and out. McIntyre the board and the quick outlet to Cunningham. Olivia Cunningham taking this one herself, draws the foul. 24-13 your score, 109 remaining in the first quarter. We've got free throws coming up. Look at the numbers on Jan Bravo Harriet so far. 15 points, 5 of 6 from the field.
Cunningham shooting her first free throws of the game, 19 of 25 coming into this game.
Just going back to Bravo Harriet, the last 3 games she has been held to single digits. That's due in large part to what we mentioned earlier. She's been dealing with foul trouble. The 3-pointers, she had a season high 5 makes against the University of Detroit Mercy. She's one shy of tying that. We've got a lot of time left in this ball game. Cunningham splits the pair. Olivia Cunningham, a 76% free throw shooter. Sierra Thompson, the freshman, puts it on the floor. Tries to split the defense, it's off the mark. And McIntyre running the floor, able to gather and finish. The largest lead for Toledo so far. Loose ball picked up by Bravo Harriet. And here comes Cunningham. With the left hand, off glass and good. The Rockets doing whatever they want right now. For Bowling Green, that's 6 turnovers so far. Inside, Euchre has the mismatch, finishes with the left hand.
Can't get it off.
And time expires in the first quarter.
Therefore, Toledo cannot get much better than what they just did in the first quarter.
Sydney Lambert had it going from long range, trying to keep the Falcons in it. But J.N. Bravo Harriet, tough to stop. It's the Rockets by 14. Between quarters, it was recognition time for Bowling Green women's athletics. Not only recognized for their success on the field and on the court, but also in the classroom. We'll have more on National Girls and Women in Sports Day when we get to halftime here on ESPN. The Falcons with the basketball to start the quarter. Bowling Green trailing by 14. Adam, your biggest takeaways from that first quarter?
Well, Bowling Green had 6 turnovers to Toledo's single one, and Toledo leads 13-0 in points off turnovers.
And a 3-second violation. Sarah Thompson, a player very active at both ends of the floor, but still working on her low post consistency. And that'll come with time, only a freshman.
But for Toledo, with their shooting struggles in their last game versus Kent State, you could not have started much better than they just did in the first quarter.
Inside McIntyre. Kayla Mcintyre, the Rockets' leading scorer, averages better than 14 a game. She was held to 8 points against Kent State. That was just the second time this season she had not reached double figures. Bravo Harriet near steal. Right now, Toledo just a step ahead of Bowling Green in every way. Falcons with Gloniak, Katerion Thompson, Sydney Lambert, Jane Euchre, and Carly Santoro on the floor. And Santoro driving, gets it to drop. That's what Bowling Green needs to see more of.
Still a 14-point lead for the Rockets.
And St. Fort walked, she knew it. Sarah St. Fort, one of those players that does the dirty work for this Rockets team. Very active player on the glass. Can guard really anyone for an opponent, whether it's the 2, the 3, the 4, or the 5.
And it was her head coach, Trisha Kolop, who described her as a talented on-ball defender.
And off glass, will they count it? Yes, they will. It will be a blocking foul called against Bravo Harriet. Trisha Kolop, the few words for the official. And Sydney Lambert on the season, shooting 76% from the line.
Getting her first free throws of the day.
She's been in double figures 3 of the last 4 games and completes the 3-point play. Lambert now 9 points to lead the Falcons. Santucci, baseline jumper, too much. Lambert has the mismatch, dumps it inside. Euchre, catch and finish. Back to a single-digit deficit. Great look there from Lambert. Two minutes gone by in the second quarter. Now Santoro the steal. No one will catch her. And Bowling Green is within 7. Rockets want to talk things over.
Falcons on a 9-2 run in the second quarter.
We have a media timeout. 7:38 remaining in the second quarter. It's Toledo 31, Bowling Green 24. You're watching MAC Women's Basketball on ESPN. Bowling Green starting to force Toledo into some turnovers here in the second quarter. That's why the Falcons have tightened up this game. Carly Santoro, a steal and a finish just before the last break. And Claire Gloniak called for the foul there, trying to extend out high on Makayla Boyd. The Rockets with Boyd, McIntyre, Rokinen, St. Fort, and Bravo Harriet on the floor. Bravo Harriet, short this time, a rare miss for Jan Bravo Harriet so far. See if Bowling Green can continue this run. Gloniak wants it in the post. Santoro a little space, lets it fly, and nowhere close. But Gloniak is there. Shot clock still winding down. Lambert get partially blocked. The Rockets have the basketball in front by 7.
Bowling Green still on a 9-2 run here in this second quarter. So let's see if Toledo can get some more points on the board here.
McIntyre posting up. St. Fort. And that will be Bowling Green's second team foul. It goes against Sydney Lambert, her first. And now McIntyre called for a push-off. That will be her second personal. Kayla Mcintyre, the former Notre Dame Eagle, one of the hometown products for Tricia Culp and the Rockets. And right now, McIntyre looking like she will remain in the game. No one at the scores table for Toledo. Free throw line jumper for Santoro is off the mark. There's Euchre. And Lambert. Rockets have numbers. Here's Rokinen.
Both teams really struggling here in this last few minutes to get a shot in.
And inside, Boyd to McIntyre. The Rockets going back the other way, missed an opportunity there and an offensive rebound. And Rokinen will pick up the foul, her first. Cunningham will check in, and Rachel Myers, the senior from Findlay, Ohio, will check in. Myers with the basketball, gives it up. And a 3-second violation. Gloniak was posting up. Credit Toledo there for not making it an easy pass down low. So far, the Rockets just 1 of 4 from the field in the second quarter. Bravo Harriet 3. Good box out by Euchre. Falcons in transition. Bloniak. And she walked. Looked like a lot of contact on the arm there. Jennifer Roos pleading with the official. Bowling Green recognized they had the mismatch there. They went inside. I think Toledo catching a break as Angela Perry will return. Angela Perry did not play this season until Mid-American Conference play began. Coming back from injury. Has great touch around the rim. Cunningham hangs and finishes. So far, a strong performance for Olivia Cunningham. 8 points in this one. Halfway through the second quarter. And Myers trying to find Euchre. That will be Bowling Green's 9th turnover.
Versus Toledo's 4. And Toledo now with 17 points to 5 in points off turnovers.
Cunningham wide open. Cannot knock it down. Terrion Thompson. Open look for Myers. Rachel Myers throughout her career has been a strong option from outside. Limited this season as the Rockets go back the other way. Cunningham gets a layup. And it's the Rockets by 11. 30-second timeout, 3:55 remaining in the second quarter. We said coming in, the Rockets have won the last 4 meetings in the all-time series. Bowling Green with the advantage, 42-33 all-time. The Falcons have not defeated Toledo since February 2nd of 2014.
Toledo winning 7 of their last 8 versus the Falcons. And Toledo with 3 wins in a row here on the Bowling Green territory.
Last year, one of the areas that the Rockets dominated the Falcons was points in the paint. They had a 40-24 advantage. So far, Toledo a 17-5 advantage in this one. Santoro, guarded by Bravo Harriet. And again, the pressure out high forces Bowling Green into a turnover.
As it goes off the hands of Lambert.
Until Bowling Green can get some production down low, expect that pressure to continue. A foul will go against Makayla Rasmussen. 4th team foul for the Rockets.
6'1" senior forward from Minnesota.
And Lambert gets it to go. That was not easy. Sydney Lambert now in double figures with 11.
The first Falcon to double figures.
Cunningham 3. Off the mark. And Bravo Harriet over the back of Myers. That's the second on Bravo Harriet. So now Jan Bravo Harriet and Kayla Mcintyre each have 2. It's McIntyre going to return with Mariella Santucci. Free throws now for Bowling Green. The Falcons, as a team, shooting better than 72% from the line this season. That's good enough for 4th in the Mid-American Conference. One more to come for Rachel Myers. Jada Woody will also join Santucci and McIntyre. It's been limited opportunities for Rachel Myers at the line this season. But she remains perfect now, 5 of 5 on the season. Katerion Thompson checks in for Myers.
As we have a 7-point game once again.
Bowling Green staying within striking distance. Toledo has led since the start. Boyd, good look. And no good for Cunningham. Boyd, the offensive rebound. 3 Bowling Green players were there, and it's Boyd who comes away with it.
That is Toledo's 3rd offensive rebound.
Cunningham, little hesitation move, dumps it inside. And Woody never had her hands on it. And Carly Santoro attacking, will go to the line for 2. Chance to make this a 5-point game. Carly Santoro on the season, shooting 66% from the line.
And she gets her first free throws of the game.
She comes in, 78 makes on the season. And now 102 attempts at the line. The makes and the attempts, the most by a Bowling Green player since Deb Hoekstra in 2014-2015 season.
As we get 2 Falcons substitutions.
And 1 for 2, 6-point game. Gloniak and Sierra Thompson now in for the Falcons. Woody for 3. 1 and done for the Rockets. Down to 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Toledo with 29 first quarter points. Bowling Green has now outscored the Rockets 14-6 in this second quarter.
And inside. Still a 2-possession game as Carly Santoro now has 7.
And now the crowd's gotten into it.
Bowling Green faithful making a lot of noise. See how the Rockets respond. Santucci 3, no good. Bowling Green can make this a 1-possession game. The Rockets have led by as many as 16. Santoro tried to go off glass. Battle for the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. And it will be Rockets basketball. Tough call against the Falcons here. You see off the miss. Woody had it for a second, but it was 2 Bowling Green players tied up. Broken in up top. And a 3-second violation. Less than a minute to play in the second quarter. Lambert off the screen. Gloniak inside. The redshirt freshman comes up short. Sierra Thompson there. Now Santoro, good. 2-point game. Carly Santoro's got it going. She's got 9 to go along with 4 rebounds. Bowling Green fans on their feet.
And for the Rockets, the tide has now really gone against them now.
Cunningham, the answer. Time winding down in the second quarter. There's Lambert. And blocked at half court. Bowling Green wanted a foul call. Sounded like all ball from where we're sitting. And it's halftime here at the Stroh Center. Everything you could want in a rivalry game so far. Toledo 37, Bowling Green 33 in the Battle of I-75. Bowling Green trailed by 14 after the first quarter of play, but the Falcons own the second quarter with an 18-8 advantage. And we have just a 4-point game after 20 minutes of play. Let's get to the first half highlights. Falcons getting some production inside there from Jane Euchre. Bowling Green needs to see more of that because we know Toledo's going to get production down low from Kayla Mcintyre.
Well, the Falcons are still in this game. It's just a 2-possession game after having such a lopsided first quarter, and how quickly things can change in between quarters in just one half of play.
Inside, Jane Euchre, 2 more. Sydney Lambert, great look inside there. Lambert has been doing a little bit of everything. Had her outside shooting going early on, and then Carly Santoro turning defense into offense. Olivia Cunningham, she's looked good for her first game back, missing the last 2.
Well, she's 5 of 8 from the field so far with 12 points. She's the second leading scorer for the Rockets.
More points in the paint for Bowling Green. Still an area that the Rockets have had the advantage, but Carly Santoro has found her offense in this game. There was Cunningham with the answer at the other end. Those are your first half highlights. Toledo 37, Bowling Green 33. Stay with us here on ESPN. Toledo leading Bowling Green at halftime in the Battle of I-75. 37-33 your score, and not only has it been a great day for the rivalry game so far, but it has also been a great day for National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Before today's game, Bowling Green athletes taking part and showing some of the future athletes the skills at several different sports. Gymnastics team was involved, the golf team, basketball team. See a lot of smiling going on there, and there's the Bowling Green volleyball team, coached by Daniela Tomic. Once again, a great opportunity for National Girls and Women's in Sports Day here at the Stroh Center. The halftime game, Bowling Green junior high basketball going on. Stay with us here on ESPN. Mid-American Conference women's basketball, Toledo taking on Bowling Green. We continue on with our halftime report. Let's look at the first half numbers. Toledo came out shooting hot from the field. 62% in that first quarter. The Rockets cooling off a bit in the second quarter. Both teams shooting nearly 50% from the field. The Falcons with the advantage on the glass. We knew that would be a key if Bowling Green was going to have success.
Well, Toledo came in guns blazing with 29-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. Couldn't have started much better coming off of that loss versus Kent State with 29 first quarter points. But as you said, they did cool down in the second quarter as they were outscored 18-8 by the Falcons.
One thing that led to that early advantage for Toledo was their outside shooting. The Rockets shot 5 of 8 in the first quarter from beyond the arc, 0 of 6 in that second quarter. And Bowling Green, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. And points in the paint. Jane Euchre starting to produce down low. She's had some good looks from Sydney Lambert. You've got Claire Gloniak working hard, and Carly Santoro as well.
Well, on the Toledo side, you've also got Bravo Harriet making 4 of 7 on 3-point attempts. You also have Olivia Cunningham with 12 points, and you have Makayla Boyd and Kayla Mcintyre, both with 4 points for the Rockets.
Jan Bravo Harriet with 15 points to lead all scorers for the Bowling Green Falcons. Right now, Sydney Lambert, the only Bowling Green player in double figures with 11, but Carly Santoro is right there with 9 points and 4 rebounds. Haley Puck, 5 points. And then you have Jane Euchre, 4 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Those are your first half numbers. We'll be back here on ESPN. A great crowd on hand as we welcome you back to the Stroh Center here in Bowling Green, Ohio. The Falcons trailing by 4 after 20 minutes of play. And one thing that has helped ignite this Falcons offense is the play of Carly Santoro. 9 points, 4 rebounds so far in this game. We hope to have some of the highlights for Santoro here in a moment. We knew coming in she would have to lead the way if the Falcons were going to have a chance today. She's been a little bit limited offensively in recent games. What are your thoughts on her first half performance?
Well, Toledo had a lead that at its largest point was 16, and it's been Santoro that has been a contributing factor into closing the gap to 4 points as the Rockets now lead 37-33 coming into this second half.
Looking at the team numbers again, Bowling Green 11 turnovers, 6 came in the first quarter. Toledo had 6 of their 7 turnovers in that second quarter, and Bowling Green took advantage.
They have taken advantage, and Bowling Green now with 10 points off turnovers. They're still losing in the points off turnover battle, 17-10, but still, Bowling Green has taken advantage of the Rocket miscues, and I think we have a pretty good game on our hands here in this third quarter.
If you're just joining us, Bowling Green coming in at 10-9 on the season, 2-6 in Mid-American Conference play. The Falcons trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. And here are some of the highlights from Carly Santoro in that first half. A tough finish in the lane there. Get one more look at it. Got the home court bounce. And then off the steal, Santoro all alone at the other end, able to lay it home. And Bowling Green is in transition. They are a much better team. Great look here from Gloniak to Santoro with a left-handed layup. And the little pull-up. Most of the points you're going to see from Carly Santoro are going to come attacking the basket. She does have that ability to shoot it from long range, but it hasn't been one of her strengths this season. Junior from Bellevue, Ohio. Falcons with the basketball, third quarter underway. And Lambert found a driving lane, could not finish, but Gloniak is there for another opportunity. And now the three from Santoro, from Lambert, and we have a 1-point game. Bravo Harriet trying to answer, nowhere close. And Bowling Green has a chance to go in front for the first time today. Gloniak working against St. Fort, and one. I'm not sure what Jennifer Ruth said to her team in the locker room, but they're fired up right now. Another thing to note, Katerion Thompson getting the start in this second half. Haley Puck, normally the starter there for Bowling Green.
As Gloniak will get her first free throws of this game.
And Gloniak completes the three-point play. Claire Gloniak made her season debut against Canisius. She made her first start in the first meeting against Ball State back on January 6th. And Makayla Boyd unable to handle that pass. 8 turnovers now for the Rockets. Bowling Green has struggled to start the third quarter throughout this season. Trying to continue an early run here, no good. Cecil, the offensive rebound. Andrea Cecil, just so many hustle plays that she makes, giving this team second and third opportunities. And Gloniak, the illegal screen. That will be her second personal. Both teams coming in looking to bounce back from tough losses. For the Falcons, it was on the road against Ball State. Toledo, a tough one at home against Kent State. That ended the Rockets' 15-game home winning streak as Kayla Mcintyre scores inside.
And that loss versus Kent State was their first home loss in over a year.
Two minutes gone by in the third. Thompson in the paint. Off the mark on the jumper and knocked out of bounds by the Rockets. And Makayla Boyd got a hand in there to poke it out of bounds. Bowling Green a 6-2 advantage so far in the third quarter.
And a 24-10 advantage since the start of the second quarter.
Cecil, no good. And back comes Boyd. And Makayla Boyd going to set up the offense. Santucci inside. McIntyre, no good. Good job there by Bowling Green to contest but not foul. Olivia Cunningham to the scores table. Cecil trying to go off glass, no good, and it's going to be a blocking foul. That will go against McIntyre. And one correction from earlier, that will be just the second personal on McIntyre. Thought McIntyre picked up her second there early on in the first half. As Cecil, no good on the first. Andrea Cecil, a 79% free throw shooter. She's 7th in the MAC in that stat. She's got her teammate Haley Puck right behind her at 8th in the MAC.
And Cecil goes 1 for 2 in her first pair of free throws in this game.
Falcons by 1. Bowling Green starting to get more pressure out high. Trying to take away the shots from beyond the arc. Bravo Harriet got a good one there, but no good. Lambert 3, off the mark, and there's Cecil. Going down hard on the backside. Bravo Harriet wanted an over the back call. Andrea Cecil really went down hard. Here it is again. Off the miss by Lambert. And Sarah Rokinen will check in. Bravo Harriet still can't believe there was not a foul against Bowling Green. Now Jan Bravo Harriet with 3 personal fouls.
Cecil short on the 3.
Rockets slow to start at the offensive end here in the third. Boyd, 3. Gloniak the rebound. Got Jane Euchre ready to check in.
That was Boyd's first 3-point attempt in this game.
It's a rare 3-pointer for Makayla Boyd. And Gloniak denied by Kayla Mcintyre. McIntyre coming in with 30 blocks on the season. She's top 10 in school history in blocks. Yolanda Richardson still the all-time leader in blocks. If you look at Jan Bravo Harriet, had the hot start in this one with 15 points. Has not scored since the first quarter.
A big reason why the Rockets were able to get out to that 16-point lead. And
Santoro, the drive, no good. And a Bowling Green foul. That will be the Falcons' second team foul. And Angela Perry will check in. And Haley Puck quickly to the scores table. She will give Katerion Thompson a rest. Cunningham. Zone defense here from the Falcons. Rokinen off the mark. I don't think she expected to have that open of a look. Euchre left hand, good. More points in the paint for Bowling Green. Still a one-possession game. Jennifer Roos trying to get the Falcon faithful on their feet. Short there for Cunningham. Perry wants it in the post. Working against Rasmussen. And she walked. Media timeout. So far, Bowling Green has owned the third quarter. Falcons in front by 3. Sydney Lambert. Good from there. Falcon bench loving it. Bowling Green 42, Toledo 39. 4:47 remaining in the third quarter. Brad Woznicki and Bowling Green student Adam Gaw here with you. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon for the Battle of I-75. The Battle of I-75 on the men's side will be played later today at Savage Arena. You can catch that one right here on ESPN3.
And the women's I-75 basketball contest. This is the only regular season meeting between these two teams.
Lambert, three-pointer, short. Bowling Green settling on that possession, and the look on Jennifer Roos's face pretty much said it all. Right now, the top 3 scorers for the Rockets on the bench. Who's going to step up? No good for Cunningham.
Well, the Rockets are in need for somebody to stand up and make plays because they have been outscored 27-10 since the start of the second quarter.
Now Makayla Boyd to the scores table. Euchre inside. It's Bowling Green by 5. Falcons on an 11-2 run here in the third quarter.
And this is now the Falcons' largest lead of the game.
Still a long way to go. St. Fort. And Bowling Green has just committed their third team foul. You see on the bench there, Kayla Mcintyre leads the Mid-American Conference in field goal percentage at better than 61%. McIntyre shot better than 64% from the field as a freshman. That was a Mid-American Conference single-season record. And Carly Santoro losing the basketball out of bounds. Bravo Harriet will return, and so will McIntyre. Katarion Thompson into the game for Bowling Green. St. Fort was right by Euchre, could not finish. Katarion Thompson, pull-up jumper, no good. Boyd the rebound. Bravo Harriet baseline, no good. McIntyre, the offensive rebound. Now Boyd down the lane, off glass. The Rockets desperately needed that.
As it brings it back to a one-possession game.
Approaching 2 minutes to play in the third.
Sarah Rokkanen at the scores table for the Rockets.
Katarion Thompson, good. A little bit of space. It's only a 2, but it's back to a 2-possession game. Katarion Thompson had a career-high 21 points in the first meeting this season against Ball State. She knocked down 6 threes in that one. Bravo Harriet rattles it home. 2-point game. Her first points since the first quarter. Give her 18 for the game.
And the leading scorer for Toledo.
Lambert has it taken away. We're going to have a jump ball, possession arrow to the Rockets. Rokkanen returns, and Gloniak and Cecil into the game for Bowling Green. And now the official is going to go to the scores table. I'm not sure if they're checking to see there was a timeout call maybe before the jump ball call.
Well, Bravo Harriet came into this game averaging a little over 11 points per game. She now has 18 in 3 quarters.
We said coming in, Jan Bravo Harriet has had the advantage against Bowling Green over the years, averaging better than 14 points a game in the Battle of I-75.
The 5'10" senior guard from London, England.
A quick look at the other Mid-American Conference games going on today. Eastern Michigan at Buffalo, Kent State at Akron, Northern Illinois at Ball State, Ohio taking on Miami, and then Western Michigan on the road against Central Michigan. And the three-pointer is good for Olivia Cunningham. It's the Rockets in front. That was the 7th Toledo 3 of the day, and Gloniak at the other end. It's going to be an offensive foul. For Gloniak, that will be her 4th personal. Less than a minute to play in the third. Bravo Harriet, another 3. Rebounded by Santoro. About a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lambert. And Andrea Cecil called for the offensive foul. She put Bravo Harriet to the floor. Rockets basketball, 8 seconds remaining. Angela Perry into the game.
Bowling Green now with 12 personal fouls to Toledo's 11.
Time winding down here in the third. Boyd, good. The Rockets were cold for most of the third quarter, but they're finding their stroke at the right time. Bowling Green led by as many as 5, going inside to Jane Euchre. But after 3, it's the Rockets by 3. Fourth quarter coming up. Toledo 49, Bowling Green 46 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here on ESPN. Jan Bravo Harriet leads all scorers with 18 points. Olivia Cunningham with 15. We have Sydney Lambert leading the way for Bowling Green with 14. Toledo, limited offense there for most of that third quarter, but they found the range at the right time.
They were, and they have now been able to take the lead back with a 10-2 run at the end of that third quarter.
Shot clock winding down. Lambert blocked by Bravo Harriet. Here's Rokinen running the floor. Defense to offense for the Rockets. How will the Falcons respond? Cecil inside, off the mark. Able to come away with the loose ball. Perry working against McIntyre, left hand short. And here comes Boyd. Cunningham, the fake. Jumper is good. The run continues. Bowling Green needs a quality possession here. Santoro the spin, left hand, and she walked. Euchre and Puck will check in. This is a 12-0 run for Toledo.
And the Falcons need to make their adjustments before it gets out of reach for them.
Looking inside was McIntyre, wasn't there. Santoro cut off there by Bravo Harriet. And a blocking foul. First team foul of the quarter. Second personal on Rokinen. And Lambert will inbound. Santoro had it poked away, trying to save it. We're going back the other way. Toledo trying to get their Mid-American Conference record back above 500.
Bowling Green now with 19 turnovers compared to Toledo's 9.
Bravo Harriet again. 21 now for J.N. Bravo Harriet. No question, she has been the difference today. Picked up by Santoro. And McIntyre, the reach in. Her third personal. Lambert guarded by Boyd. Pull up. Bowling Green needed that. Back to a single-digit deficit. Three minutes gone by in the fourth. Ball in the hands of Makayla Boyd. Pull-up jumper. Rattles it home, back to a 10-point lead.
As Boyd now has 10 points of her own now.
Cecil, the answer. It's been limited for Andrea Cecil at the offensive end today. That's just her first field goal. She's now 1 of 5. Rokinen, deep three, got it. 9 Toledo threes.
Terrion Thompson now at the scores table for the Falcons.
And Santoro attacking. Carly Santoro to the line where she is 1 of 2 for the day. Has a chance for her 16th career double-double before this one's over. Right now she's got 9 points and 7 rebounds. And short on the first. Bowling Green needs to make the freebies here down the stretch. Kayla Mcintyre will go to the bench with 4 personal fouls. Bravo Harriet will also get a rest as St. Fort and Rasmussen check in.
It'll be very difficult for the Falcons to come back if they're still down double digits in the latter half of this fourth quarter.
1 for 2, 10-point game. Katerion Thompson returns. Five and a half to play. And Rokinen walked. She was looking inside at St. Fort. That little hesitation cost Toledo. Gloniak back on. Claire Gloniak playing with 4 personal fouls. And Tricia Cullip will bring in Mariella Santucci. Santucci today, 2 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists. Lambert off glass. 8-point game.
See if the Falcons can make a run of their own here.
First need to find a way to string some stops together. Cunningham. Loose ball. Rasmussen able to tip it to St. Fort, and the Rockets maintain possession. And Santucci, no question there, walking with the basketball. The shot clock was winding down. The Rockets had to try and get something going. 4:48 remains in this ball game. J.N. Bravo Harriet leading the Rockets with 21 points. Tricia Cullip pumped up. Jan Bravo Harriet coming in with 206 career threes, now up to 212. She is 6 of 12 from long range today, leading all scorers with 21 points. Bowling Green with the basketball, trailing by 8. Every possession going to count here down the stretch. Step back three.
Don't see that very often.
You do not. It will be Rockets basketball. Carly Santoro returns. The Rockets with the basketball. Santucci, Bravo Harriet, Rokkanen, Cunningham, and Rasmussen on the floor. Toledo trying to make it 5 in a row against Bowling Green. Rokkanen. And off the turnover, here comes Cecil. Andrea Cecil, full steam ahead. It's an and one. Andrea Cecil starting to come alive at the right time.
Cecil 1 for 2 at the free throw line in this game.
And McIntyre back on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Trisha Coleup will also bring in Makayla Boyd. Makayla Boyd with 10 points today, 8 rebounds and 5 assists, as we expected, an all-around performance. And Cecil can't complete the three-point play. Down to 4 minutes remaining. McIntyre in the paint. Big basket for the Rockets.
As they get it back now to a 3-possession game.
8 points now for Kayla McIntyre. Crossover, Lambert, and 1. That will be number 4 on Bravo Harriet. Trisha Coleup can't believe it. That's not the first time today call has gone against Jan Bravo Harriet like that, where she thought she had position. It's been a close play every time. .21 now for Sydney Lambert.
Now 2 for 2 at the free throw line.
Rokkanen the fake. And this time it will be Bowling Green called for the blocking foul as it goes against Haley Puck. That will be her 4th.
Rokkanen has not shot a free throw today.
Sarah Rokkanen 4 of 9 at the line this season. And no good on the first. Toledo as a team 9th in the MAC in free throw percentage, just over 66%. And 0 for 2, but there's Boyd, the offensive rebound. It's plays like that that will keep Toledo in front. See if the Rockets can take advantage. Bravo Harriet one more time, her 7th 3 of the ball game. Wow.
24 points.
Spin move by Santoro. And knocked out of bounds by Bowling Green. Jane Euchre will check in. Euchre has given Bowling Green a good portion of their points in the paint today. Looking at her numbers, 8 points, and 7 rebounds. She's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. Loose ball, Cecil dives on it. And this will be Bowling Green basketball. Lambert gives it up to Puck. Lambert 3. Yes, sir. 5-point game, less than 2.5 to play for Sydney Lambert. That's her 4th 3 of the day.
No other Falcon has more than 1.
Now Bowling Green needs a stop. Cunningham lost it out of bounds, but first a blocking call. Referees officiating this game tightly down the stretch. Bravo Harriet looking for space, lets it fly. Wow.
Running on fumes.
8-point Toledo lead. Haley Puck. Bowling Green at the free throw line the rest of the way. Haley Puck, a very good free throw shooter, 79% on the season.
Falcons 8 for 12 today as a team.
And no problem on the first. Two for 2, we've got a 6-point game. We're going to have, I believe, a officials timeout here. Look ahead for the Toledo Rockets on the road against Western Michigan next. Another important matchup for Toledo. Then second meeting against Buffalo on February 3rd. Then at Miami and at Central Michigan. Central Michigan, you'll remember, the only undefeated team in Mid-American Conference play so far. Looking at the day for Jan Bravo Harriet, 8 threes today. She had as many as 5 3-pointers against Detroit Mercy. That was back in mid-December. She actually had back-to-back games with 5 3-pointers made. The other came against Southern. The 8 threes today, a new career high for Jan Bravo Harriet. Previous career high was 7 against Eastern Michigan back on March 11th of 2015.
There's still plenty of time remaining.
McIntyre. And Cunningham trying to fit it right back inside, wasn't there. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. And now a Lambert foul just her second. And now Makayla Boyd will step to the line. Boyd today 2 of 2 at the line. Still has a chance for what would be her 8th double-double of the season. She's 1 rebound shy of getting there. Makayla Boyd was the difference in the big win over Ohio. It was the first time the Rockets had defeated Ohio in the last 5 meetings. Boyd had 19 rebounds in this one. That was tied for 5th most in a game in Rockets history. Now Euchre with the left hand. Back to a 6-point game and a Bowling Green timeout, 1:17 remaining. 30-second timeout. And now it will be an official's timeout.
And we are competing in the Copper Beach Shootout. The first one take 3-pointers in 30 seconds will win. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
What a game this has been here today. At one point in the first half, the Rockets led by as many as 16. And Bowling Green, that big second quarter run, 18-8. It was just a 4-point game at half. We're going to take a break and be back in a moment here on ESPN. Toledo 71, Bowling Green 65 with 1:17 remaining. Toledo trying to pick up what would be their 14th win of the season. Bowling Green trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. Bravo Harriet finds McIntyre on the inbounds. And Kayla Mcintyre will head to the line.
Toledo looking for their 8th victory in the last 9 matchups against their rivals to the south.
Kayla Mcintyre, this is an area where she has improved this season, shooting 72% at the line. First 2 years of her career, she shot 45%.
Her first free throws of the game.
Calmly knocks down the first. Sarah St. Fort will check in, and then Rasmussen waiting to check in for McIntyre. And Kayla McIntyre now into double figures, joining Bravo, Harriet, Boyd, and Cunningham. Bowling Green has to work quickly. Time not on their side. Cecil, 3-pointer. No. And out of bounds with exactly a minute remaining. Bravo, Harriet, and McIntyre back in. Look at the numbers on Kayla McIntyre today. 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field.
She is one of 4 Rockets with double-digit points here today.
And McIntyre had it poked away. Now the pull-up. Santoro inside. The scoop goes. 6-point game. And now Makayla Boyd will head to the line. 4 of 4 at the line today. Toledo as a team, 8 of 11 at the charity stripe in this one. Bowling Green 10 of 14. One more to come.
Toledo excelled greatly in the offensive side with 29 points in the first quarter. It got a little bit quiet in the second and third, but they managed to recover and get back in it with 25 in the fourth quarter.
Back to an 8-point game. Jennifer Roos wants to talk things over. With 49 seconds to play, this will give us an opportunity to look ahead for Bowling Green. As the Falcons a loss here today, and they would drop to 2-7 in the MAC. Bowling Green will take on Kent State for the second time this season on January 31st. Then home against Miami and Western Michigan for the next two. At Northern Illinois on February 10th. At Ohio on February 17th. Miami, a team led by Lauren Dickerson, one of the top scorers in the Mid-American Conference. Terrion Thompson will inbound. She's joined by Puck, Cecil, Lambert, and Santoro on the floor. Cecil. And into the hands of Boyd, who is fouled. There's not a high percentage look there for Andrea Cecil. Bowling Green just knew they needed to get some points on the board. And Rachel Myers headed to the scores table. The day is done for Haley Puck. She fouls out with 7 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. Second Bowling Green player to foul out today. The other was Claire Gloniak. And Boyd stays perfect at the line. And Makayla Boyd, that last rebound, giving her a double-double. 8 double-doubles on the season for Makayla Boyd.
8 for 8 at the free throw line.
Lambert 3, no good. Roken in the board. Now Toledo just has to run out the clock. Less than 30 seconds. Less than 15 now. Rocket fans on their feet. Makayla Boyd trying to beat the shot clock there. She'll have a chance to add to another strong performance. 16 points on the day, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And no good, her first miss at the line today. But Toledo in front by 10 with 6 seconds remaining. Kennedy Williams will check in. Sydney Lambert, great effort today. 24 points, 5 rebounds, a pair of assists. But not going to be enough.
As the Rockets will get their 4th straight win on the Falcons' home court.
77-67 the final. Toledo gets the job done in the Battle of I-75. The Rockets improving to 14-7 overall, 5-4 in the MAC. And J.Ann Bravo Harriet leading the way. A career day for Bravo Harriet. One of her 8 threes right there. Battle of I-75 is in the books as Toledo goes on to win this one by a final score of 77-67. to 67. The Rockets pick up their 14th win of the season. More importantly, they're back above 500 in Mid-American Conference play. This was a great battle. At one point, Toledo led by as many as 16 points, but Bowling Green really turned it on in that second quarter, outscoring the Rockets 18-8. The Falcons had a lead in that third quarter. They led by 5 points twice in the quarter, but then Toledo went on a nice run there to end the third quarter. I believe it was a 10-2 run that we mentioned. The Rockets never looked back.
Well, the Rockets started off with a 29-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. They quieted down in the second and third quarters with a combined total of 20 points, but they were able to get back into their groove and score 28 in the fourth quarter alone.
You see one of 4 3-pointers today for Sydney Lambert. Bowling Green needed every one, but then Jan Bravo Harriet, no question the difference today. A career day for Jan Bravo Harriet, 8 3-pointers, a new career high for her from long range. She finishes with a game-high 27 points, one of 4 Rockets in double figures.
She was definitely the difference today for Toledo, and she was able to pretty much carry the Rockets, if you will, to another victory against their arch rival here today.
Let's look at the final numbers. Both teams coming in looking to bounce back after tough offensive performances. Toledo shot 31% in their last game, 50% today. That's going to get it done against most opponents. Bowling Green did have the advantage on the glass. Free throws, Toledo knocked them down when it counted.
Well, Toledo, I think, certainly has made the offensive adjustment, and I think that this game can definitely set up a good run for them as they continue to compete in the MAC.
11 threes today for the Toledo Rockets as they shoot 45% from beyond the arc. Looking at the final individual numbers, Jan Bravo Harriet led all scorers with 27. Olivia Cunningham, her first game back after missing the last 2 due to injury, finishes with 17. Makayla Boyd, 16 points and 10 rebounds, her 8th double-double of the season. And Kayla Mcintyre had 10 points and 5 boards, dealing with foul trouble for most of the day. For Bowling Green, Sydney Lambert, team-high 24 points. Carly Santoro, 12 points and 8 rebounds, just misses what would have been her 11th double-double of the season. And Jane Euchre, strong performance inside today, finishes as the only other Falcon to reach double figures. She was 5 of 5 from the floor, and she also had 7 rebounds.
Well, she certainly had an improvement from her previous game at Ball State, but ultimately it wasn't enough, and Toledo was able to come out with the win today.
It was a great matchup today in the Battle of I-75. I think you can say for both teams, they can build on this game. The Rockets came in looking to improve on their shooting. They did that today. Bowling Green needed to improve their overall offense in the second half. They came out strong in that third quarter, giving themselves a chance.
Well, they were able to tally up 67 points today compared to their only 41 at Ball State. But Toledo able to get the better offensive performance in this game, and I would say that Rockets fans will make the short drive home as happy fans today.
Jan Bravo Harriet leading the way for Toledo today, as Toledo has now won the last 5 meetings against Bowling Green. And that's going to do it for today's broadcast. For my partner, Bowling Green student Adam Gaughan, our producer, Joe Goodman, I'm Brad Woznicki saying so long from the Stroh Center, where the final score is Toledo 77, Bowling Green 67. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.